Is that correct?
I'm not saying you should crack one right now.
No,
Yeah.
no.
He would know. I would trust his judgment on that one.
He said there is no rule about this.
Yeah. He was an FCC expert for years and years.
Still is. Probably reads up on it while he's driving around.
I think he might.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Look at these new licensing protocols.
Yeah. Things have changed a lot since
Tom,
I got out of the business.
Heard about the public file changes.
Yeah. No, I haven't. Been reading about that.
Gave that up years ago, Matt.
I got to give – I wasn't going to start this way because it's a weird way to start, but I'm going to start in the chat on WarchantTV because good morning to you, Troy. I hope all is well where you are and it's not minus 40. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it's unlike the last time we shout out Troy. He was out there freezing his ass off. This time I think it's decent weather. Anyhow, I want to start in the chat because
45 degrees.
Yeah, it's pleasant. It's pleasant. It's not dissimilar to Tallahassee. It's 50 in Tallahassee right now. And it has been 50 all day. It's not going anywhere. 30s tomorrow, I guess, is what I'm told, right?
In the morning, yeah. High of 50.
Yeah. So I wanted to shout out Scott in the chat, who is relentless in his efforts to convince Florida State to recruit 5-star high school players. It is a central theme on the chat from Scott, but it is unwavering, and I will give him credit for that. Yeah, you'd like to have some 5-star kids. That'd be cool. I'm not really worried about it right now. I think they're going to do all right.
I think what Scott can do is graduate to the inference, which is hashtag it'd be cool if.
That's what he should do.
Yeah.
He should just hashtag it. It'd be cool.
It'd be cool.
But here's the thing about that. They weren't capable of getting 5-star recruits because their team was terrible. And now I think they are capable. And they just made a really good hire. Back to that hiring thing. I was talking with somebody yesterday who would be in the know. And they mentioned to me, and we first guessed this, it's an obvious thing to say. So it's not like nobody's thought of it. But that's Mike's first hire from a place of power at Florida State, a position of strength. And it's really encouraging to hear some of the names behind the scenes that were interested in coming here. I think they settled on the right guy. Like yesterday, you know.
Are you telling me we turned down Nick Saban?
But we turned down names, some big names. And Patrick Surtain is a big name. I mean, that's a good hire, a very, very good hire. I think all things considered, that's the hire I would have made. That's the hire I would have made. So I can't say enough good things about the hire. But it's just nice to be in the position again. It's just a reminder, just something to throw out there that not unlike recruiting, when you post your job, the kind of candidates you get are commensurate with the kind of program you have. If you're sorrier than hell, you get sorrier than hell candidates to say, I'll come coach and be sorry there. It's not a bad place to be sorry. There's upside to the sorry that Florida State had. Some places you're just sorry and never going to be anything but sorry. Just sorry. But Florida State, there's always the hope that you're going to turn the corner and become good or great. And so now that they're good, they're getting good candidates. They have options. It will be really interesting to watch over the next 2 seasons. What happens with this staff? Does it remain largely unchanged, or do they make, I won't say wholesale changes, but you're only as good as your options, right? I mean, you hear people talk about that a lot.
Yeah, I'd like to hear in the next season or two about an expansion to the analyst pool. You know, I've seen that there was news yesterday that Dabo had plucked, I think it was TCU's offensive coordinator away, and now that's going to be the new offensive coordinator at Clemson. But they also got Jeff Scott back, reportedly. Again, this is, I don't know if it's confirmed or not yet. But Jeff Scott, of course, left for USF along with Tony Elliott.
Failed miserably, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He went away into the ACC as well. But Jeff Scott loves it at Clemson, so he's going to be an analyst.
He needed a job, yes.
And also somebody off the field with recruiting, apparently. So I find that interesting. But I would like to hear us hire more names that I recognize as an analyst. You know, maybe we can't.
The halfway house that is Alabama.
Yeah. You know, I want to have a place get to a place where we can't keep track of all. Oh yeah, he's an analyst too. Like you see him at practice. Isn't that? Oh, that's right. We hired him 3 months ago as a defensive analyst.
Well, you see Jason Garrett's brother at practice all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm sure he loves it that I refer to him as Jason Garrett's brother. And that's how he's referred to universally. Probably in the room.
Can't wait to see how you're received when we go to the tour of duty.
It's not anything mean. I'm just saying, it's like, oh, look at that. It's Jason Garrett's brother. That's everybody. It's universal. So it's a rule. I didn't make the rule. That's just the rule. That's the way it is. But he looks just like him. So the other thing is, yes, you're right. It would be great to be able to do that. But I do think, again, that that's going to be a distinct possibility.
Could be part of the terms of the next agreement for the head coach. Who knows?
Well, loosey-goosey Fridays are, in fact, this kind of conversational tone that we like to have. So let's stick with this because I didn't ask you, and we didn't talk about together, our thoughts on the Heisman campaign as launched via a website by Florida State and how Ira is in favor of it, brought it up, thought it was a good idea, talked about it. Whereas Corey and I thought, no, not a good idea. Doesn't fit his personality whatsoever. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not how he arrived at the place that he's arrived at as a star player. And it seems to me that it would probably make him uncomfortable. I would think.
I'm just wondering if the people that were in charge of CP7 for Heisman.com are the same people who are making the same mistake 13 years later. Like, is this are we going to have a press conference that's really awkward in which Jordan is forced to talk about himself the way Christian was? I was there for the rollout of that website in that particular press conference at the athletic department.
Yeah, I remember it.
It was terribly awkward. And so my initial thought when I saw it was I put out the PTSD dog animation on Twitter. I was like CP7 for Heisman.com and staring off in the distance.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And apparently he had to turn down there it is, Director Matthew, quick on the trigger. But apparently he turned down the opportunity to go to LA to begin the launch.
Because of workouts?
Because of the workouts with players. What are you going to do in LA? You just going to stand outside the stadium and wave a banner and say, hey,
look at me.
I'm in the running for next year. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
How do you launch something in Los Angeles when you're a Tallahassee quarterback? That doesn't make a lick of sense to me. There's not an old fan base out there. You're going to the LA Seminole Club on the night of the championship game. I just don't get it. What gives?
Well, I thought it was awkward too. And it doesn't, it'd be one thing if it was befitting of his personality. If he were a very charismatic person who loved the limelight and embraced it and has always been flashy and could have some fun with it even and elevate it in stature because of that personality. Yeah. There are people, by the way, who do that well. They are incredibly charismatic. They embrace expectations. They have fun with those expectations. They kind of, they're able to tease them, tease people about it and kind of make fun of themselves, self-deprecating. People
perhaps if he had a YouTube channel like Micah Pittman.
Right. Somebody, people like that. You get it. There's some girl who I just learned about today who is a TikTok influencer. She's got 6.7 million followers. I don't know if you saw this story out of LSU. She's a gymnast. And my guess, given that she has 6.7 million followers, before I ever looked her up to see who she was, because I'd never heard of her, was that she was probably gorgeous. I was going to guess that if you have 6.7 million followers and you're a collegiate gymnast, it's because you're hot. And I was right. She is. And that's why she has 6.7 million followers. But the point is, LSU is having to get better security around her.
Oh, man.
She is.
Because of the fans?
Yeah. So she's the richest college athlete. She's doing. It makes much more sense for people to give her an NIL deal than it would a college football player.
Yeah.
She's actually got
linebacker.
Yeah. She's got millions of followers, right? She has a sphere of influence. Anyhow, the fans have been bothering her and chanting for her while other girls are competing and doing things. And anyhow, they're going to have a greater security team around her. I read that this morning over coffee, and I was kind of like, I don't even know who this is. What is this all about? What's going on? And I read the story. It's an interesting story. And then I went to her TikTok page. I want to see, well, what is she about? And she's what kids who have YouTube pages are about. And so it makes sense. But that's not Jordan Travis. That's not who he is. He doesn't embrace that. He's not forward that way. He doesn't want everybody in his life prying, watching his every move. And yeah, so I think you have to consider that before you decide to launch a Heisman campaign via a website lauding Jordan Travis. Now, I don't know what the expectations are from him regarding that website, but it is added pressure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like these ideas in general. You know, if you whoop ass week 1 against LSU, you're automatically a Heisman candidate based upon what you did prior. You don't have to have this rah-rah campaign to make it happen. If anything, if you're the university, I would suggest that remember a phrase of yours in the old times that I really enjoyed, which was the revenge tour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, revengetour.com, boom. And then there you go. It takes you to an FSU hype page with hype videos. Like, if that's what you're trying to do is groundswell the fan base, then do it that way. Now, maybe Jordan asked for this. Maybe he's longed for this spotlight and he's finally played well enough to arrive in a place where he is in the spotlight. Maybe he took part in this. I know that Christian did not like it back in 2010.
No.
Ponder was not about that life. But Jordan strikes me as somebody who's enjoying arriving into the conversation more than, say, Ponder did. Like, Jordan has felt the lows, and I think he's going to enjoy the highs as well. I'm not saying that he's somebody who belongs as a front man on television for your car dealership, but I don't know. He seems to be enjoying the extra spotlight a little bit more than, say, you would assume he would a year or two ago.
I think Jordan's appreciating his success because he's worked hard to achieve it. He also loves that the team is noticed and is getting the kind of attention that they deserve for winning 10 games and putting themselves in a position to be duly noted. But I don't think above and beyond that simple appreciation for what it is and an acknowledgement, an understanding of why they're being highlighted and talked about, I don't think he'll do anything other than, certainly acknowledge that, appreciate that, show, appreciation for that. But I don't think that he's going to go much beyond that. It's just not who he is. We've interviewed that kid a gazillion times. How many times have we stood there and watched him? And he's a quiet leader. He has to lead by example.
Yeah, he's not thrilled with the breakout interview. Yeah.
He never wants to do the interview.
He'll give more than a lot of players who didn't like it before him, say a couple offensive linemen we've had in the past or a tight end. But still, still, you could feel the guys who can't wait to do that part of their responsibility as a player at Florida State, guys who want to give you an extra 5 minutes than you really need. You could tell those guys. And then there are others who are like, all right, I'm going to do this because it's an obligation. No big deal. Jordan has fallen into the latter category. There's no doubt about that. It just, I don't know, the whole rollout idea and then the LA thing. Who the hell is calling the shots over there on this?
It speaks to, without question, a very different looking year ahead of us. One that is filled with lofty expectations and hopefulness. What does that mean? Well, that's a good thing. Again, this is all derivative of a 10-3 season. It is surrounding that 10-3 season, elevated expectations and hopes for the future. That's what comes with a good year. And you want to be in that situation, but it is different than the one in which you're an underdog every week. It is a different feel on a daily basis when you have the weight of expectations on your shoulders. Sometimes teams, and obviously teams have shelf lives. We know every year is unto itself because you lose people in college, unlike the NFL where you don't lose a lot of people in mass. You do in college. And so every year is different. And sometimes you have the leadership to deal with those expectations, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have a group of kids that came in with an S on their chest and want you to know who they are. And the aforementioned five-star kids tend to have that, as Scott would point out. That 2013 team was not afraid of the attention.
No.
Jameis was a charismatic, affable fellow.
And if we get to that point with the crop of kids that we just brought in,
right.
Hakeem Williams won't be afraid. He
not
showed up
afraid.
On campus with a shirt that said, "I am him."
I'm him.
All right. Well, we know where you stand on self-promotion.
You need some sons of bitches like that. You need some guys that have the kind of what for that he clearly has.
As long as you're being who you are.
Yes. Yeah. It can't be fake. That's correct. If you are mean and intimidating, ruthless on the football field, and you're a middle linebacker, good. Be that. if that's not who you are, if you're just a really good football player and you're not like, I think of Moody. I think of players like that were intimidating. That's who they were. That's who they were on the field and off the field. Like being around that guy, we were like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's
one of my first interviews.
You don't want to try that guy.
It was on the heel with an interview with Terrence Parks, who said that he and Nick Moody play NCAA Madden all the time, and it's created a bond. I said, Terrence mentioned, Nick, that you guys play video games and you bonded over that. And okay, all right.
Well, good talking.
I guess that's the end of this interview.
I hope you have a good game.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. There was nothing that's who he was. And it was great. I love guys like that. Okay. All right. Got a few of those guys. Okay. Not great for writing stories.
No.
Not great for writing
stories. Guess you don't want to divulge on your relationship with Terrence. That's okay. All right. Look at that. It's Chris Thompson. Chris, got a question for you.
Yeah, you just have to be who you are. It's the makeup of a team is very interesting, but Mike has done such a good job of getting this team and the diverse personalities that make up a squad to buy in and collectively pull the same direction and work the same way and believe in the same thing. So I don't really worry about it. But there will be the weight of expectations coming into a season. There were very little this year. I mean, they basically, you and I thought they could win 8 games. You thought 9. I didn't go as high as 9. You did. I credit to you. But I thought they could go 8-4 and if things worked out. And that is a better season than 5-7, but it's still 8-4. 8-4 would have been, you're just kind of like, okay, you're pretty good.
Laying in the groundwork.
Yeah. But instead, they went 10-3, and they showed
gone
themselves
10-2 in the regular season.
They should have.
Yeah.
He's a kid that will be at the ACC kickoff, Jordan Travis, and he'll say and do all the right things and smile. Good-looking, affable kid, but he'll do it. I won't say begrudging. That's not the right way to describe it. He'll do it because he knows he has to and that it's the role, but it's not his favorite thing in the world.
You can be coached up to be something more, though, in terms of leadership. I will say that I've seen it.
Yeah.
One example is actually in our hockey team, the Lightning. Steven Stamkos forever was a captain, and he was just so timid when you would ask him questions, and not you and me, but I just watching the presentation was, and then one day, magically, there was a season where it's like, well, here's the thing about what we need to do. I'm thinking, well, you must have had coaching. And since then, he has been the front man, and he's acted the part. So it can happen, and it might be that Jordan wants to grow in that way as well. I won't ever underestimate what he can do in terms of growth anywhere, in any facet of what he does.
Yeah. Well, I learned that lesson too, thankfully. He is a world's better player now than he was two seasons ago. I mean, he's at a place I didn't think he could go, and he may get even better because he has a full handle on the offense, and he's had success on the field, and he is the unquestionable leader of the team, and people love him, and he knows all of these things, and he's performed in big moments when he's needed to perform.
I think what helps with that beyond the obvious, which is you're going to win more football games when you have a player like that, is when we go into spring practice, if they've got to dial back some of his reps, they can do that and afford more time for Tate and AJ to go to battle for the backup gig. I know what I got with third. You don't have to worry about that anymore. With the McKenzie battle, it was, well, none of them were healthy, first of all. But then secondly, who's actually going to be the guy? And then this offseason, it was, okay, well, he needs to develop because we're going all in on this guy. Mike didn't bring in a transfer, so it's going to have to work.
Yeah.
Now you know that it's going to work with him. So if you wanted on a given day, he's out there working. But if you wanted to give extra time to sort out your second tier and your third tier on the depth chart at quarterback, you can do so. That's a nice ancillary benefit. It's going to be better for Tate and AJ this offseason.
You know what we've ignored, and I'll touch on it in just a second. We've ignored an aspect of the quarterback room that I think also should give you an awful lot of confidence going into the next season. Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
There's nothing like relaxing in a hot tub after a long day. But if you don't have one, you're truly missing out. Hot tubs and spas have tremendous health benefits, besides just helping you relax. Like improving your sleep, they help with pain relief. They help to better your cardiovascular health, and so much more. And this season is the perfect season to finally buy what you've been wishing for. Pinch a Penny Pool, Patio, and Spas has the hot tubs you need for the price you want. Come shop our huge 12,000 square foot showroom and save today. There's over 50 hot tubs in stock right now, so you won't have to wait weeks on end for that delivery to finally come to town. If you're ready to relax, we're here to show you how. Pinch a Penny Pool, Patios, and Spas. Come visit our huge showroom at 2473 Greer Road with over 50 hot tubs to choose from. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, this is Greg Tish. Here's something you might know about me. I don't drink coffee. I have never had a cup of coffee in my life. Well, that is until now. So why change now? Well, it's because my dear friend at Grassroots Coffee reached out to me after hearing me say that and insisted that I give his product a try. I've been making a huge mistake. The world of coffee is fascinating. I always thought coffee is coffee, you know? No, it's not. I have tried their coffee and it is fantastic. Now, I've got a fascination with learning more about the best coffee in our area. Grassroots Coffee is locally roasted, locally owned, and locally loved. You can find whole bean Grassroots Coffee on the local aisle at Publix, also in Whole Foods, but the best way to get this black gold is to order it online. They literally grind the fresh roasted beans to your preferred level, bag it, write the date on it by hand so you know the exact day your coffee was roasted. It doesn't get any more fresh than that. Order yours now. Just go to grassrootscoffee.com and choose the coffee you want and how you want it, and join me. Let's step up our coffee game together and also support a great local business.
If you think you can't afford a new hot tub, think again. The prices at Pinch a Penny will have you pinching yourself in the arm just to make sure you're not dreaming. How? 12,000 square feet of the best hot tubs and best prices. Visit Pinch a Penny on Greer Street off Capitol Circle Northeast today.
Clean, renewable energy means fresher air, healthier residents, new green jobs, and a stronger, more resilient community. How we get there is up to you. Share your input today to help shape the Tallahassee of tomorrow. Take the Clean Energy Survey at talgov.com.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is every day.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
We all want more energy, more strength, more results. Well, welcome to Orange Theory Fitness as you take a step towards feeling more alive today. Backed by science, Orange Theory's heart rate monitored workout is scientifically designed to keep heart rates in a target zone, spiking metabolism and increasing energy. Orange Theory Fitness is a one-of-a-kind group personal training workout resulting in more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Experience a more vibrant life today with Orange Theory Fitness. To find out more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
Welcome back to the Jeff Cameron Show, sponsored by Legendary Home Loans, a mortgage experience designed around speed, simplicity, and customer service. Before you buy your next home, contact our friend Shannon Young with Legendary Home Loans. Visit FSUHomeLoans.com. FSUHomeLoans.com.
You guys pointed out, yeah, I know, rare professional tees. And I'll get to it in just a moment, the quarterback room, and an aspect that we should talk about as well that lends itself to being more confident about the season at hand. But I wanted to give you a quick anecdote, Tom. I woke up this morning and, it's golf season again, and I got to get back in the habit of giving you guys my prize picks for golf. I love to do that, and it's fun, and I do it. I might as well share with you. Tom, Director Matthew and I usually compare notes too about our lineups. Looking forward to doing that again. So I will note here currently on my phone here.
Kurt Kitayama kicking ass.
Tom, I am in a national contest. Whole countries got access to this.
Tom Hoagie's doing you some work here.
Whole country. Thousands and thousands upon thousands of people have entered this particular pool.
More people than have season tickets for Miami football the last 10 years combined.
Easily. I'm currently number 1 in the country.
Oh, my.
Currently number 1 in the country.
What are you getting your boy?
So I texted you last night.
You did.
And I shared that info with you. And, the morning rounds have started now. I'm still number 1 in the country. Now, we will see. It is just Friday. But I want you guys, you know how people love to post on social media? It's a very look at me sort of world we live in. And they'll ask for your prayers and well wishes and good hopes and all that silliness on social media.
I like when they wish the best for the person who passed away with a video. Like,
I too love that.
Oh, thank God. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson took a selfie video wishing somebody who's dead best of luck.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, The Rock.
Yeah. So, So anyhow, people do that, and it's less about the person that's either dying or dead or in need of some assistance. It is about the person posting the look at me post about that person who
I met Betty White once.
So anyhow, I'm going to do that here for my gambling, because if you can do it after people die, we might as well do it while we're here. We're all here together. So since we are all here together, I want you guys, however it is that you want to summon the strength and the aid, whatever it is you do. I don't know if you meditate, if you pray, if you speak it into being in the universe. I don't know if you
summon the force.
Yeah. Whatever it is you do. We all need to get down on our knees tonight.
Whoa.
And ask the man upstairs for Tom Hoagie, Taylor Montgomery, Cam Davis, Denny McCarthy, Harris English, and a guy named something RAI, who I picked last in my pool and is really carrying the day. Has good course history there in Hawaii, so I selected him on a whim, and he's kicking ass. Anyhow, those guys, Tom, those guys specifically all need to play very, very well, okay? So whatever you do to make that happen, let's all hope that Daddy walks away with the grand prize from DraftKings on Sunday when that tournament concludes, all right? And I'll keep you posted.
Sent you a well wish on social media. Just want you to know.
About these guys?
Yeah, about what you're doing. Yeah, because I figured out, what I would do is I would take a page out of the...
It just popped up.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. So again, guys, whatever it is you do, if you're driving around, okay?
There you go. The tweet is live on the chat right now. They can see it.
Yeah. If you're driving around, if you're at home, it's Hoagie, Montgomery, Davis, McCarthy, English, and Rye, R-A-I. Let's all make it happen.
I just want everybody to know how good of friends we are.
Right.
And I congratulate you on your perhaps big success.
My Thursday lead.
Yeah.
In the country.
I'm just
over the country of gamblers.
I am so happy to be able to say that way to go, guy. This makes me so happy for you. Hashtag John 3:16.
Okay, so the quarterback room. Is not only made better by a well-paid Jordan Travis having summoned the strength and talents within him to go and put up numbers none of us expected to see this past year, but perhaps a newly paid Tate Rodemaker as well. Rodemaker, as you like to call it.
I hope they put the Rodemaker in quotation marks in his contract. Tate, the Rodemaker, and that's what he had to sign underneath.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome. He should embrace it and have fun with it as well. But he's paid as well. We saw that, right? That's good. $50 to Tate. Good on you, Tate. Now,
cash,
of course. Go get you something to eat. Now, here's what I'll tell you. Beyond that, he's got to go to camp feeling really good about his game. He's got to believe he could play and play at a very high level if he were called upon to do so. That very quietly got solved this year as well. He went from not being able to play a lick, as in every time we put him in, everybody shuddered and clutched their pearls. We all went, oh no, we've got to put Tate's sorry ass in. That's everybody. We all did it. Some said much worse. I may have said much worse.
You didn't, you were a part of that watch along though. So you didn't that night.
No, because we needed him.
Yeah.
We needed him. He didn't have time to have me besmirch his good name. He needed our help. It was just like
Sean McGuire.
Sean McGuire needs our help. He needed our help. So, that's what ended up happening. We were able to stay the course, and he played really well when he got an opportunity to play. Is he Jordan Travis good? No. But is he capable? Yes. And I think probably more capable than we realize if he believes it. If he believes, because we know the skill set's there. So I would think that kid will come into camp like spring. Yeah, he knows he's not winning the job over Jordan Travis.
But you think personal confidence matters? Look at the starter in the quarterback room.
It's huge. Confidence is everything in athletics, most things in life. I mean, it's important. You've got to believe that you are capable and prepared. And I think he's both of those things and now has proof of it in a game when it mattered most with something on the line while you were trailing.
Which should set up a good battle for the two over the next two camps. It should be compelling.
It should be very compelling. The second, third string quarterbacks will be going to battle is right. And you want competition in every segment group. And you got it now in the quarterback room, not for starter backup, but for backup. Just for backup, you've got that kind of competition now, and that should bring out the best of both of those guys. And that's kind of underrated because, listen, I know Jordan got through this year, but we went into this season worried about him from an injury standpoint. He's not a big guy. He's not, and he's still not a big guy. So you don't want your season to be derailed if you got to play a game or two without Jordan Travis. And just because he got through this season largely unharmed, he did have the knee, but he was able to play through that and come back in the Louisville game, in fact, of course. But he went through this season largely unencumbered. But you don't know with him because he is small and they do utilize his legs. So it's good to have a confident backup who showed he could play last year.
So here's the way too early loosey-goosey question for you regarding the quarterback room. If you're Tate, don't you have to go into these next two camps expecting that you've got to outclass, that you've got to outperform A.J. Duffy by a significant margin in order to hold on to the two? Because if it's close,
I know
wouldn't they go with the younger player? Or would you argue the other way and say, I'd rather have the veteran who's been in a game and done that because the stakes are too high this season, and I'm not going to put A.J. Duffy in a high-leverage situation like Tate was forced into
the latter, yes.
On the road.
The latter, yes.
So, okay.
Also, I don't think A.J. Duffy is better than Tate Rodemaker.
Okay.
So there's that. He's not. There has been no evidence so far that he's better than Tate Rodemaker. None.
Okay.
So maybe he will be. I'm not saying he can't be. He better be. He better be at some point.
I didn't know that I would elicit such a statement from you on a Friday.
He's not better than Tate Rodemaker.
Wow.
If they had to play a game tomorrow and you had to pick one of those two to start it, you'd pick Tate Rodemaker. All of us would. There's nobody on the beat covering this team that would take Duffy. Nobody.
Based upon what happened in the fall, I agree.
Yeah. Now,
if you're talking potential.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Again, this is not a shot at either one of them.
Sounded like it.
No, it's not. It's not. Duffy's just not ready. Because it does happen on occasion, because every now and again, a ready-made product shows up to play college football at the most important position on the field. Occasionally it happens. We think it should happen for everybody. And that's insane. Most kids that finish up high school and are on their first year of college football trying to learn an offense and play the most important position on the field that has the most amount of responsibility and memorization and everything else that you have to incorporate, do not have the ability to start for your football team and win you games. You can start them, but you're going to lose games because of it. Most of them don't. So it's not, a knock on Duffy to say that he didn't beat out Tate Rodemaker. Rodemaker's been here a while. Yeah, Tate's been here for more than a minute.
That's fair, and there were no expectations on a true freshman. But the expectation game shifts when you're a blue chip player and you get into your second year in a system. It's not to say that if he's not the backup going into the fall that he's a failure or anything like that. I'm not trying to set that tone. But, if he was lagging behind this fall, no big deal. But if you're lagging behind this spring into week 2 or week 3, that's when you probably get pulled aside and there's a talking to. Now, he might beat that conversation and get around the corner before it ever needs to happen. But what I'm saying is, at some point, especially with the Glenn kid and then the kid in 24 that they really, really like, you're going to have to cement your place. It's not by default you're here and that you're just going to climb up the ranks because you're on the roster for a second.
Correct.
You got to go out and do it. So this is a big year for him.
I think it's a huge year for him. I agree with you. And he's got a lot of potential. Right now it's all potential, and we'll see. But he didn't show me the consistency necessary to be a backup quarterback.
I would agree in practice. The one thing I like about him, though, in the limited reps, extremely limited reps that we saw, he looks very calm out there on the field. He looks like it's not too quick and crazy.
Correct.
I get that he's in low leverage situations against nothings, and the game's decided. But still, there are a lot of quarterbacks that roll out there in this situation. See earlier iterations of Tate Rodemaker that look like, oh no.
Yeah.
And he does not have that presence about him.
So you ought to have 3 guys in the quarterback room when you step on the field this year that would not be overwhelmed by the moment. Now, if you end up having to start A.J. Duffy next year for any reason, you're in deep trouble because we're not good enough to overcome what he doesn't know yet. And that would be a problem. I'm not saying he wouldn't grow as the season went on, but I think you'd be behind the 8 ball.
One thing I'd say, though, is I'm very thankful that if you're going to have to do that in this hypothetical disaster scenario, you're doing so with this offense, with this panoply of weapons, compared to 2-3 years ago when you had to put young Purdy out there and there was nothing on the field to go along with him. Yeah. At least you'd have Johnny, Micah, Winston, Trey, the 2 tight ends, and an okay offensive line. If you're going to have to do something like that, at least you'd be loaded.
Purdy went out there with nothing and then transferred to a program with nothing. And has achieved nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe he will. They don't have much at Nebraska. I know that roster. Very familiar with that roster. It's a toughie. He must have got there and been like, my God, they had all-stars back in Tallahassee compared to this group. It's the Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
Your local news now.
Florida will seek to provide consumers more flexibility in buying prescription drugs and more information about their costs under a legislative proposal that Governor Ron DeSantis said Thursday he will ask lawmakers to approve. The proposal would further regulate prescription benefit managers, the go-betweens for health plans and consumers. The goal is to drive down prescription cost, and the proposal would also require drug manufacturers to issue a report each year justifying price increases. The state's legislature begins its annual 60-day session in March. A new Thomasville police substation is open in downtown Thomasville. The new office is set to reinforce community-oriented policing and build community relationships. Downtown businesses express safety concerns that increase during downtown events. For more information, contact the Thomasville Police Department at 229-227-3249 or Officer Joey Blackburn at 229-227-3379. This is Rachel Anay with your Real Talk 93.3 local news update, brought to you by Macklemore Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at MacklemoreSystems.com.
This is meteorologist Paul Trombley with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. Overcast skies this afternoon with highs around 54. Winds out of the northwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 34 tonight, partly cloudy. High temperatures reach up to 52 tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Bright sunshine expected Sunday with daytime highs approaching 60. 65 Monday. This report is brought to you by the Lawn Johns. For all your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit thelawnjohns.com. Right now, 51.
Every day, Sellers makes life a little better for homeowners, helping them find the best design ideas for their homes with the best quality tile, carpet, and hardwood flooring. Even mosaics, ceramic, and vinyl solutions are at their fingertips in their remarkable showroom. Maybe it's time for you to get the Sellers Advantage for your home or office. Find them on Capitol Circle Northeast, just north of Mahan Drive, or online at sellerstile.com. For style, quality, and design, get the Sellers Advantage. In Tallahassee, call 656-8453.
Jeff, look at this beautiful day, man.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly. I like it. You know, I'm a colder weather guy, but I worry about it for you because you can't wear the Speedo in the cold. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to wear a Speedo in the cold.
Jeff, it's always Speedo weather, man. We can always do this. Besides, my pool, it's heated.
Which means you're insufferable in a Speedo year-round?
Cannonball!
Still gross.
Gordo's, bringing the flavor and flair of Cuban food to Tallahassee since 1996.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, Greg?
You know all the different ways that you can listen to Real Talk 93.3?
There are several.
So we've got realtalk93.com. You can go back and listen to all of our shows in the podcast section.
That's right. You can also listen on our app as well.
Search Real Talk 93.3 and look for the red microphone and download our app. Never go anywhere without us.
And of course, you can always listen right on the radio.
Well, they are listening.
Are they?
If they're hearing this commercial, then they're listening.
That's true. I hadn't thought about that.
The Greg Tish Show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m., only on Real Talk 93.3. The Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. 2 Tallahassee locations, Midtown on Thomasville Road and Northside in the Village Common Shopping Center. Online at orangetheoryfitness.com.
Job, listen up. Here you go. Here's your chance. T-Spark Enterprises, Roofing and Construction. You guys know them. You hear me talk about them. They're a roofing and construction company looking to hire some new talent to support their business. We as in T-Spark, offer competitive pay, health insurance, and 401k and excellent benefits. Hiring for positions including receptionist, office manager, commercial and residential sales, representatives, project manager, bookkeeper, and much, much more. Everything they got. They're hiring. Come on. Maybe you could be a master metal applicator or something.
You got it.
Yeah, could be that. Here's the deal. You got to be self-motivated, obviously. Experience in working in the roofing and construction industry is preferred. Got to be able to pass a criminal background check. Can't be on the dope. Can't be on the dope. The dope.
What about the smack?
I don't know about that. Can't be on the dope. I know that. And their hours, if you want to go and apply, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And by the way, it's bonus if you're bilingual and you have that. Make sure you tell them that. That's good stuff. There you go.
Wish I was.
I wish I was too, yeah.
I got to a very close place.
Did you? With Spanish?
Fluent in Spanish. Yeah.
Not me.
High level 3 in college, and then you have to keep practicing, though. And
You do. Best way to do it is to immerse yourself in the country and learn how to speak the language of the home country. It's the best way to do it.
Just dropped off.
But who has time for that? What am I going to do? Just go hang out in Mexico City for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks? I'd love to. It'd be great. I want to go to Mexico City. Never been.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go. Fantastic city.
I'll go learn in Spain. That's where I go.
You go do that. I want to go to Mexico City. So there's T-Spark Roofing and Construction. So I was saying that Ira liked the Heisman campaign and Corey doesn't, and I don't either. I'm not like furious about it.
He should be a candidate. I'm just, yeah. It's like us taking up arms to make sure that it gets acknowledged. It'll be okay.
Yeah, no, it'll be all right. But
that LSU game, if we played 3 patsies to start the season, it'd almost be more necessary. But you know how much hype already is going to be around that particular game? By itself, it's this hype machine.
Yeah. It's been so long since we've played in a game early in a season that the rest of the country, I'm talking about college football fans, obviously. Well, you know how every year in the interminable offseason, at some point the lists come out and the magazines drop. Well, traditionally they did. Now everything's online. And I used to go to Borders, and I had the system, and I would pull out all the preseason mags and drink my coffee, sit in the back, go through all those things to prepare myself. Not really a thing you can do much anymore. But one of my favorite aspects of that was always that when I did it, I was reminded of certain out-of-conference games that teams had. Because, yeah, we're Noles, and we love Florida State, but we are huge college football fans. And if you're a college football fan, then it's about the matchups, the intriguing matchups that you don't traditionally see. So you sit down and you're like, oh, man, Georgia plays Oregon. Awesome. That's a cool game. And I always told you that some of the fun for me is envisioning the uniforms on the field at the same time. That sometimes the clash of uniforms alone get you excited about the games themselves, just if they're unique. Like, I still think it would be awesome for us to play Washington. I want to play Washington. There. I want to go to Seattle and play Washington, and then I want them to come here. I want those uniforms on the field at the same time. I think it would – you talk about regal. I mean, you would automatically be uppity just by going in the stadium.
If we tightened up our game, it would be a little bit more regal, I think.
You're talking about our uniform game.
Yeah.
I say we've got a lot.
Our football game is fine. I'm just saying we'd say, oh, my God, our color looks a little bit too much like Washington's royal purple. We got to fix that.
I know. So, anyhow, I love those matchups, and I go through and I look at these, and I'm like, this is cool. That's a good matchup. I don't really care about that matchup. Well, this year, for the average football fan that walks in, it happened last year too, the average football fan that gets those magazines, sits down to drink their coffee and go through the system, as I say, they're going to be looking at that matchup, Florida State, LSU, because of the campaigns those two schools just had. Also, obviously, those are name brands in the world of college football. There is cachet to both schools. They have achieved a lot. And most will look at that and be like, oh, man, two traditional powers, two teams that are on the uptick, meeting again. Last year's game, they'll remember, was a classic, blocked extra point to end it, all that. They will be so pumped about that matchup. And I miss that energy, the feeling of the country watching your team and caring about your team. Not that you need it, but it's nice. And when you're good, you feel it all the time. You know that it's game time, and not just in Tallahassee. On TV sets around the country, they're like, oh, what's on? Oh, Florida State LSU is what's on. Why would we go anywhere else? That game is the best game on. And there might be a number of games. I mean, certainly FSU Clemson this upcoming year on the road, maybe one of those games as well. We'll see what Florida is at the end of the year. But the chance to play in those kinds of games again multiple times, to feel that energy, to have the lofty expectations, to go in nervous because there's something to lose. Man, it's been a minute.
It's the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card game for Florida State. You don't have to win it, but if you don't beat LSU, then you kind of have to run the table in order to be a playoff contender. You pretty much have to win out. I mean, you only have to have one loss. You can only have one loss in the ledger plus the ACC championship at that point. But if you win it, you get a free loss as long as you play for the ACC championship. You could stumble anywhere along the way, and you have a get-out-of-jail-free card because you beat LSU heads up in week 1. That's how important it is.
It's an important game, but you, again, like you said, you can lose it and still have a great season. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to lessen expectations. I want to win that game. We just won that game a year ago. We had a great season. So did they. We should be prepared to go and win that game. But if you were to lose that game, you'd be all right. Because you're going to run roughshod over the vast majority of this schedule.
Yeah.
You'd have the one other game that you'd be scared to death about, and that's the road game, probably going to be at night against Clemson. And you got to overcome that hill. You got to get over that mountain. You got to climb it. And this should be a year that you do it.
Yeah, your playoff chances, if you're just looking at playoff as success, really ride on beating LSU. I mean, if you want to make the Final Four, you have to win that game. I mean, you could maybe find a way. You'd have to run the table through the ACC championship to make the playoff if you don't beat LSU.
You could.
But if you do beat LSU, doesn't matter now because you're gonna run, like I agree, you're gonna run through the ACC. You could lose at Clemson, doesn't matter. You're gonna play them again in Charlotte, and you got your chance.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. Clemson, we'll see. I don't know. You might not play them again in Charlotte.
It's true.
They've got some problems. It's beautiful.
Their ACC rotation is actually more difficult than ours next year as well.
I will tell you, when we go into that dump of a stadium in Orlando, and it is, I will be nervous for the first time for a first game in a long time.
Since Alabama, right? In Atlanta?
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know that I fully appreciated. I went to that game, covered that game. I didn't expect us to win that game. So I don't know that my expectations were high. Thus, I don't think I was nervous. I think I went in thinking, well, let's see where we're at. I think Alabama's got more talent. It's close. Let's see. And for a half and a blown call, we were right there. And then an injury and an ass kicking. But I'll be more nervous for this.
That PI was
unbelievable. Yeah, they screwed that up. Hour number 2, forthcoming. Stay with us. Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
Everybody, the perfect fireplace makes your house a home. How's your fireplace looking? Not too well? Hearth and Patio can help you with that. Actually, Hearth and Patio can help you with anything fire. Give my friends a call at Hearth and Patio. If you need new fireplace upgrade, fireplace repair, you need custom outdoor kitchen, grills, or an amazing fireplace for your backyard. 850-727-4282. That's 850-727-4282. Or you can visit them online at hearthpatiotallahassee.com. Hearth Patio Tallahassee. They keep the home fires burning.
At Epps Decorating Center, we're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore, available at Epps Decorating Center with 2 locations in Tallahassee. Find a store near you and visit EppsDecorating.com. That's EppsDecorating.com.
If you're like most Americans, you can see things are out of control. Global problems have local consequences, too many of them. And if the next news headline spins us into chaos, you'd better be ready. Grocery store supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. Don't wait for them to break. Today's the day to secure emergency food for everyone in your family. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company. Our specially packaged and delicious food stays fresh for up to 25 years in storage. It'll be there when you need it. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and pick up several emergency food kits. There are a dozen different sizes that average over 2,000 calories per day. As we all know, calories equals energy equals survival. And as you'd expect from a true preparedness company, our food kits are in stock and ship quickly. Those who know what's coming are preparing today. Go to mypatriotsupply.com. mypatriotsupply.com.
Hey, no fans, our partner ISF Inc. is a national management and IT consulting firm located right here in Tallahassee, Florida, solving the future for state governments through strategy, process, and technology. As a trusted advisor for state governments, ISF knows the importance of defining a clear and detailed strategy. Our friends at ISF can help your organization create a strategy that sets you on a path to success. ISF, your vision plus our expertise brings your brilliant ideas to life. Visit ISF.com to learn more. ISF, solving the future.
There's fun to be had every night at the Corner Pocket. Take home prizes on Trivia Tuesdays and Beer Bingo Thursdays. And kickstart your weekend with Martini Fridays. Plus, happy hour runs every weekday and game day specials every time the Noles take the field. Watch all the best games at the Corner Pocket's Vegas wall, featuring 560 inches of flat screen TV heaven.
Oh, really?
The best food, the best drinks, and the best place to watch all the games. Tallahassee loves the Corner Pocket.
Coming up next, more of the Jeff Cameron Show. Live and local on Real Talk 93.3. WVFT, Greta, Tallahassee. The latest betting odds and line movements from Vegas. This is your action update. Now here are your latest lines from our guys in the desert.
The AFC South champion Jacksonville Jaguars hosting the LA Chargers. AFC wildcard at TIAA Bank Field Saturday. The game open as a pick'em. The line now has moved to the Chargers laying 2.5 against the Jaguars, a total 46.5. prop bet on the board. Player to score the first touchdown of the game. The Chargers' Austin Eckler at 5-1. Jacksonville's Travis Etienne at 6-1. NBA coming up tonight. The Orlando Magic, a 5.5-point road dog at Utah. College basketball, Illinois laying 5 at home with Michigan State. Purdue, a 16-point home favorite with Nebraska. Sign up now for your free VSiN subscription at vsin.com/subscribe. For more sports betting news and information, go to vsin.com. Mike Sennett, Real Talk 93.3.
Get back to business and start the year strong with an HP printer from Staples, like the HP LaserJet MFP M234 SDWE printer. This compact multifunction printer features blazing fast print speeds. It's the fastest two-sided printer in its class. Plus, with the HP Smart app, you can print, scan, and copy from anywhere. And Staples has the best deals on a full range of HP printers. Right now, save up to $100 on the HP LaserJet. But hurry, this offer is good this week only. Offer good in-store and online. Ends 1/14.
Brent Musburger, and this is Take One, and away we go.
The best way to start betting smarter is to sign up for a free VSiN subscription at vsin.com/subscribe. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll automatically be entered to win a free VSiN Pro annual subscription, a $240 value. Sign up for your free VSiN subscription today at vsin.com/subscribe.
And that's a wrap.
Hey, this is Greg Tish. Here's something you might know about me. I don't drink coffee. I have never had a cup of coffee in my life. Well, that is until now. So why change now? Well, it's because my dear friend at Grassroots Coffee reached out to me after hearing me say that and insisted that I give his product a try. I've been making a huge mistake. The world of coffee is fascinating. I always thought coffee is coffee, you know? No, it's not. I have tried their coffee and it is fantastic. Now, I've got a fascination with learning more about the best coffee in our area. Grassroots Coffee is locally roasted, locally owned, and locally loved. You can find whole bean Grassroots Coffee on the local aisle at Publix, also in Whole Foods. But the best way to get this black gold is to order it online. They literally grind the fresh roasted beans to your preferred level, bag it, write the date on it by hand so you know the exact day your coffee was roasted. It doesn't get any more fresh than that. Order yours now. Just go to grassrootscoffee.com and choose the coffee you want and how you want it. And join me. Let's step up our coffee game together and also support a great local business.
We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I'm Andy Cohen with Florida Farm Bureau Insurance. Please call me at 850-671-FARM.
We all want more energy, more strength, more results. Well, welcome to Orange Theory Fitness as you take a step towards feeling more alive today. Backed by science, Orange Theory's heart rate monitored workout is scientifically designed to keep heart rates in a target zone, spiking metabolism and increasing energy. Orange Theory Fitness is a one-of-a-kind group personal training workout resulting in more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Experience a more vibrant life today with Orange Theory Fitness. To find out more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
Broadcasting live from Florida's capital city, this is the Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness on Real Talk 93.3. Now, stop what you're doing and listen closely. It's time for the Jeff Cameron Show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cameron Show, where you can see Tom wishing me well over there on the Twitter sphere. I retweeted it.
Oh, did you?
Well, I was hoping that.
You should have
created more energy.
retweet it with a selfie video saying, I am just so thankful for my great friend.
If we weren't on the air, I would have already done that, buddy. I'll have video to go along thanking you for thanking me or thinking of me. And as I obviously endeavor to win a national golf pool.
I should have said stay strong.
Which I am in first place.
I should have wished you stay strong and said that. Stay strong. We're here with you.
Steve gave me thoughts and prayers too. So did Butch Bundy.
Oh, did he?
He gave us this emoji.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm pleased. So I mean, now I'm guaranteed to win because it's so helpful.
What's the payout? Everybody wants to know.
We don't need to get into this.
It's that big.
No.
Okay.
It's not life altering.
Is it month altering?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is it quarter altering?
No.
Okay.
No. It's a very good
15 grand.
It's about that, somewhere in there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You were able to correctly deduce with those context clues. Yeah, man. You know, but it's a minor wager to be able to bring home all of this.
Hashtag Jeff Strong. Here we go.
Appreciate that. Let's do that, everybody. Let's get it rolling. It's going to be a situation where we can celebrate together. Now, I won't be giving you or anybody else any of my money, but I will celebrate my victory with you by, having a beer or something with you. I probably should, I probably should not announce if I win it because I don't want to pay taxes on the winning.
You have to when you sign up for. Well, hang on. When you sign up for those particular accounts, don't they make you sign a legal tax form? So they're going to send you.
I didn't have to fill out a legal tax form.
I thought you have to when you go on a DraftKings or anything.
I've
like
won on
that.
DraftKings. Director Matthews won some money on DraftKings. Matthew. Oh, he's like, hey. Yeah, let's go easy there. Let's see. Do you want to check it? We are all Jeff's is very good, Preston. Hey, let's check together. Here we go, guys. Let's see if I'm still in first place.
Oh my.
It's a weighty. You can feel it, can't you?
A little bit. It's so early in the day for round 2 though, because it's Hawaii time.
Yeah, it is. But they're out there. They're on the course. I checked.
The Spartan Knoll knows about it. Hawaii Knoll.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 different people.
Where's my app? There it is. Okay, sorry about that.
Man, maybe we could send Ralph out there with a sign that says "Do it for Cameron," and he could
follow Tom Hoagie around and Taylor Montgomery and Cam Davis and Denny McCarthy and Harris English and that Rai guy, RAI. Florida man in Texas, he saw that. Let's see here. I am
Cameron 316. There we go from Knoll Dad. Everybody's pulling for you, buddy.
These prayers aren't working.
I'm just so proud.
Shocking.
Oh no.
I'm tied.
4?
Somebody first.
Okay.
Somebody caught me. We're tied. Me and this gentleman. What is his name? Oh, I better not say his. I don't
people can find you.
Yeah, I don't want to out that guy. Anyhow,
Director Matthew 123. Is that his name?
So I'm tied, man. But this is the game. You gotta have the what for to hang in there on a Friday for a tournament that ends on a Sunday. I won't check it again today. That's not true. I will check it this evening.
Yeah, after the sun goes down.
I will check it this evening.
You'll forget about it, and then you go, "Whoo! I gotta see if I'm
doing all right."
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to finish first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth to win money. Right. I just have to be top 150, I think, top 250 maybe, to win some money. But the first place money is you may hear me celebrating at your house.
You come on over.
I mean,
actually, on Sunday I'll be out watching the Vikings game.
I sent the.
I'll tell you where.
I sent the screenshot. My bad, Dad. I sent the screenshot to both my boys while they were in school today.
Do you want me to answer that?
I said, boys, we may be going to the beach. We may be going, but a nicer beach than we traditionally go to. a different beach in a different country if this comes through. In fact, we will be. So that's what we're
Maybe
doing.
you could go to the site of the Sony Open.
Oh, we could. The winnings of this, I could.
Then you could go
bring
play the
I
course.
could bring the whole family.
Think about
now.
that.
That's a good video. Me playing the course that I won the money on in DraftKings. Yeah. Well, I wonder how often professional golfers or professional football players, for that matter, get like legit thank you notes and emails from people who won large sums of money off their particular play. Like Tom Hoagie, a lot of people don't even know who Tom Hoagie is, right? If I wrote to Tom Hoagie, he'd probably be excited. Tom, you don't know me, but I saw your course history there in Hawaii and felt very good about your play recently, especially the way you roll the rock. I took a chance on you in my draft. Took you second overall. A lot of people thought those were long odds. Not me. I felt like you'd play well. And all you did was secure the bag for yours truly. Great playing, Tom. Here's to a great 2023 campaign.
In the spirit of your accomplishment.
In DraftKings.
Yeah. In the spirit of your accomplishment, and by extension mine, please accept this $20 donation to your personal Tom Hoagie charity. $20.
Yeah, $20.
Thanks, man.
Who do you support, Tom? I'm sending $20 their way.
Hashtag Matt Kuchar dollars.
Also, Tom, if you could give me a heads up about the state of your game before each tournament moving forward, I would really appreciate that.
I would love if our friends at Metro Deli would create the Tom Hoagie. And it could be a hoagie that I get to build. I want to be like you. You had a sandwich years ago.
I did.
The Camwich.
The Camwich, indeed. We should do the Camwich again.
They should resurrect it.
All right.
Over at the Metro.
My friends at Metro Deli, let's get that Camwich rolling.
I'll tell you what, Rob would love this idea.
I think you would. We'll do it.
Now there's pressure.
It'll be a delicious sandwich. I'll talk with
What
them.
would you make it? Because I think they assigned
what I typically ate, which is that turkey grinder. I love that turkey grinder because I add a little stuff to it.
Okay.
You can put some jalapenos on there if you want.
Yep.
You can also
I do that with a chicken grinder.
Was big on making sure we had plenty of sea salt and pepper, and then I usually have what you call it. I would have them grind
Oil and vinegar.
Yeah, oil and vinegar. Lots of vinegar. Gotta have a lot of vinegar. But I would have them grind. What the hell am I thinking of?
Oregano. No.
No.
Is that cheese of some kind? Looks like a cheese grater.
No, I'm grinding the vampire.
Vampire.
You're killing the
Garlic.
vampire. Garlic. Good Christ.
You were mincing.
I was mincing garlic.
Okay, so you were not cheese grating. You
No,
were mincing.
mincing garlic.
So it's a turkey grinder with jalapenos and garlic, oil and vinegar,
Lots
salt
of vinegar.
and pepper.
Yeah. Cheese. You wouldn't get it with the cheese.
Would you call it the cam wrap though? Because didn't you get it on a green wrap?
I did. I either got it on a spinach wrap or a tomato basil.
The camera wrap.
Oh, the camera wrap is good.
Yeah.
But I could get it on a sandwich too. I'm not opposed to eating
That would
it
be
on
the camwich
bread.
option.
Yeah, you could have an option. It was great. It was delicious. Got to do it again. Also, if you and I open our gambling bar that we keep talking about opening, I want to name
Turks and Caicos.
I want to name it Dalitalia, even though we won't be a pizza joint. Just because.
Welcome to Sabaro's.
You like our name? Made it up myself. But I want to go to. I want it to be Dalitalia because, by the way, that was my favorite pizza place in St. Pete growing up, and it was a little mom and pop place that doesn't exist anymore. And it breaks my heart that it doesn't exist anymore. They're probably dead. They were old when I was a kid. So I don't know if they passed it on to their kids and the kids screwed it up or what. But the last time I went down there, I would check to see if it was still there. And it was long gone. And it was some stupid dollar store, which they should burn down every dollar store in America. But anyhow, there you go. And that's what it is.
We had a place. It was called Azara's, and it was awesome. It was Old Coachman and Belcher in that area. And it was a delightful restaurant. And I drove by there.
Gone.
Now it's near Hercules, Belcher, and Old Coachman.
Mm-hmm.
A little tough over there. A little tough. Not sure what. It could be a vape shop at this point.
Oh, a vape shop. You know, if you work in a vape shop, any vape shop, and you're one of the kids that works there, because you never see like a 60-year-old at a vape shop working behind the counter. If so, you want to give them a hug. But if you do see like the college age kid at the vape shop, I wonder if they look around and they're like, man, I wish this could be what I do for the rest of my life. Because pot people are very serious about pot. And as opposed to like drinkers, like we like to drink. We love a good beverage. We'll have a beer on the golf course, hanging out, whatever. But we don't like revel in it in the way that pot people revel in pot.
Yeah, you don't go to a store looking at mugs all day.
Yeah,
which
like,
is,
look at
like
that.
the head
Imagine
shop.
pouring a cold beer in that mug. Like nobody does that.
Yeah,
Nobody does.
yeah.
But potheads love to look at bongs.
They are like,
I mean, it's like art.
They're the NHL fans of people who have vices. Because if you meet one and you are one, you guys just have a conversation for an hour.
Instantly. There is a safety in the portal corner, maybe in the portal from Georgia. See him?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You saw that one of our coaches on staff liked his announcement.
Oh, I did not.
Instantly, like with the quickness, was one of the first people like, oh, don't mind if I do, young man.
Is it our coordinator?
It's not our coordinator, but it's somebody who would be in charge of making sure.
Because our D coordinator is good at portal recruiting. He's adept at that, those conversations. He's good with the adult style conversation with the kids.
Yeah, he is. And it's probably one of his strongest attributes. It's one of the reasons I think that people would probably be a little bit reluctant maybe to get rid of him because of that strength. Now, some people want to already. I mean, he's probably the coach now that Woodson's gone that is under the greatest microscope, the most pressure.
Yeah, I would have said it might have been the tight ends coach, but now we've had a
rolling now.
Good couple of months. And Mark Easton's there, and your favorite linebacker is still playing tight end, at least for right now, Brian Courtney.
He'll be over there with the linebackers soon.
You want to pair him with Nicholson, don't you?
Oh, I don't care about pairing him with anybody. I just want that room to be better, and I think he's got the skill set to be a linebacker. Georgia offensive tackle Jacob Hood has entered the NCAA transfer portal as well. The 6'8", 350-pounder signed with Georgia in the 2021 class. Come on down, big man. Let's go.
Worst case, we make him a zero tech.
Also, Georgia linebacker Tresman Marshall plans to enter the NCAA transfer portal per Dogs HQ. Okay, we need linebackers. Come on down, Tresman. We're so busy raiding South Carolina on the regular. Now, perhaps we turn our attention to Georgia.
All right, that's a big hand.
The fruits are better. They're in better shape. It's like the bananas that we've grabbed from South Carolina. Little dated, got to eat them right away. Got to get to them because they're about to go brown. We got it. If you got to peel these things and eat them, chop them up, put them in your cereal, whatever you got to do it now. Whereas the shelf life of the Georgia guys, perfect. They're all perfect. Look at them all. Look at that. It's perfect. Let's grab that. Get some grapes. Get some strawberries. Look at these strawberries. They're incredible. Grab them. There you go. Let's go. I want those guys. Even if we don't have room, let's get them. There are no rules here, Tom.
Let's make room.
Just, tell some of the guys you have here that it's time to go.
Go erase it.
Got debt? Another body?
We don't want that.
That was still one of my favorites. Guys, if it was a different is one of the all-timers.
You got problems in your life?
Go erase it.
Go erase it.
He was so indignant. It's like he was this close to saying, I know he sucks.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys. Why do you bring it up? What do you want me to say?
The underrated part of that was our own founder and administrator of Warchant.com, Gene Williams, was the one asking the questions. So have you considered anybody else? Guys. And then he puts out, so have you?
Yeah.
No.
Guys. If it were a different, got debt, go erase it. It's the Jeff Cameron Show. I I got to get back to competing with my mom here shortly. We got to give her a call.
What's the score?
I'm up 5 or 7 or something like that, but she'll know for sure. She keeps close tabs. I don't think we had but 2 different last week. We've been doing this even when we haven't been on the air. So she'll know the tab. She'll know the score. We'll call her in a minute. We'll get this done. Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
There's nothing like relaxing in a hot tub after a long day. But if you don't have one, you're truly missing out. Hot tubs and spas have tremendous health benefits, besides just helping you relax. Like improving your sleep, they help with pain relief. They help to better your cardiovascular health, and so much more. And this season is the perfect season to finally buy what you've been wishing for. Pinch a Penny Pool, Patio, and Spas has the hot tubs you need for the price you want. Come shop our huge 12,000 square foot showroom and save today. There's over 50 hot tubs in stock right now, so you won't have to wait weeks on end for that delivery to finally come to town. If you're ready to relax, we're here to show you how. Pinch a Penny Pool, Patios, and Spas. Come visit our huge showroom at 2473 Greer Road with over 50 hot tubs to choose from. You'll be glad you did.
When you need a plumber quick, how long is an acceptable time to have to wait?
Yeah, hey, it's the Millers again. Just calling you about our little plumbing problem.
2 hours?
Hey, we were hoping you can get here soon because the water is getting really bad. I mean, please hurry.
4 hours?
I know you said you were on your way, but, honey, tell the kids to tread water.
8 hours?
Don't worry about us. We're fine.
At M&L Plumbing, you'll never have to wait long for quality, dependable service, right when you need it. At M&L Plumbing, we listen to our customers, and our qualified technicians aim to achieve 100% customer satisfaction. So the next time you need plumbing work or repairs, think of the name M&L Plumbing, your local plumbing experts, commercial or residential. Give us a call, 850-575-9393, or visit us online at mndlplumbing.com. M&L Plumbing, for all of your plumbing needs.
Hey, no fans, our partner ISF Inc. is a national management and IT consulting firm located right here in Tallahassee, Florida, solving the future for state governments through strategy, process, and technology. As a trusted advisor for state governments, ISF knows the importance of defining a clear and detailed strategy. Our friends at ISF can help your organization create a strategy that sets you on a path to success. ISF, your vision plus our expertise brings your brilliant ideas to life. Visit ISF.com to learn more. ISF, solving the future.
Hi, this is Jamie McClenny from Trek Financial in Tallahassee. Managing downside risk in your portfolio is one of the biggest challenges that you'll face in retirement. Trillions of dollars in stimulus from the Federal Reserve and D.C. politicians, combined with zero interest rates, have propped up financial markets since the financial crisis ended in 2009. The Fed recently ended quantitative easing and has started to raise interest rates at a time when the global economy was already slowing. Have you considered what another 50% correction in the stock market would do to your retirement plan? If you're concerned about where this all might be headed and would like to find out about the potential benefits of an active risk management strategy for your portfolio, give me a call at 850-900-5200 and schedule a time for a review of your portfolio from an active risk management perspective.
Make Jamie your first call for a second opinion. Investment advisory services are offered through Trek Financial, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
We all want more energy, more strength, more results. Well, welcome to Orange Theory Fitness as you take a step towards feeling more alive today. Backed by science, Orange Theory's heart rate monitored workout is scientifically designed to keep heart rates in a target zone, spiking metabolism and increasing energy. Orange Theory Fitness is a one-of-a-kind group personal training workout resulting in more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Experience a more vibrant life today with Orange Theory Fitness. To find out more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
Welcome back to the Jeff Cameron Show, sponsored by Legendary Home Loans, a mortgage experience designed around speed, simplicity, and customer service. Before you buy your next home, contact our friend Shannon Young with Legendary Home Loans. Visit FSUHomeLoans.com. FSUHomeLoans.com.
scheduling purposes, this is the way that it looks. Saturday at 4:30, Seahawks 49ers. 8:15 on Saturday, Chargers, Jaguars. There you go, Jags. Let's go, Butts. I got money on you. Dolphins, Bills, Sunday, 1 o'clock. Giants, Vikings, 4:30 on Sunday. Ravens, Bengals, the night game. Yeesh. Yeah, I don't know really what game I would have put on there, though. I mean, Vikings, Giants isn't sexy, and either is Bills, Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to get stomped.
You could have put us with the Cowboys then.
Yeah, but they wanted a Monday game.
What
so-
else are you going to watch, America? Here's, Ravens and Cincinnati on Monday. You're not going to watch anything else, so who cares?
Maybe they thought the least attractive matchup was the one with the division winner that went 8. So they went, here, what else are you going to do? We're going to watch this.
Sure, ESPN requested the hell out of that.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Absolutely. Go ahead, give it up.
And now for another edition of the Family Pick. Nick.
Go to your room! Ma, the meatloaf!
Take it away, Jeffrey.
And away we go. Hello, Mother. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very, very well.
Good for you. Listen, I want to say this before I forget to say it. I have to have a disclaimer because the dogs may bark midway through our session here because Bob went to the store, and when he comes back, you know what that means.
Okay. Well, our audio is acting weird again, by the way, so it may not matter. I think we fixed it. We got it fixed now. All right.
So just so the listeners know, I just want to prepare everybody. You never know.
Well, there aren't that many games. So what is the number at, Mom?
All right. Well, let me just tell you this. Last week, I won 2 out of 3. I lost the Jets game, but I won the Carolina-New Orleans game.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. And the Texan-Indy game.
You had no business winning either of those games, but it did happen.
So I do believe that I was 6 down. So now I think I'm 5 down.
Yes.
Would that not be correct?
Right. Yeah. So you're 5 down now. Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe that is correct.
All right.
I came prepared from the sheet.
Gained a game on me last week.
I did.
All right. So 5 is doable, Mom.
I know. I'm inching back.
You have fought your way back into contention. Here we go.
All right.
Saturday's game, Seahawks, 49ers.
49ers.
Chargers, Jags.
Jags.
Yep. I think that's the only game we had a chance to be different on. I say that.
Jacksonville's hot, and
I do too.
I like Trevor Lawrence, and I'm picking him.
Well, the Chargers are poorly coached. They have better talent, but they're poorly coached. I think the Jags as well. Dolphins, Bills.
Bills.
Giants, Vikings.
Vikings.
Ravens, Bengals.
Bengals.
Well, here's your only chance. So far, we've agreed on every pick. Dallas and Tampa Bay.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
All right, we got one different then. I'll take Dallas. Yeah, I'll take Dallas to win.
What?
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
Well, we could. Yeah.
We beat them the first game of the season. I know it was close, but we did beat them. And Dak is not too good in the playoffs.
He's also not been good this year. Period.
I really think that if we play as good as we can play, and I think we've got most everybody back healthy, I think we do have a legitimate shot.
Well, I hope you're right. I'd like to lose another game to you and have it be 4 going into next week. That'd be awesome.
I know. Listen, I hope I do. I hope I do prevail in that game. We'll see. I think it's going to be a good one.
Well, Mama, I will talk to you over the weekend. Be well. Go be with the barking dogs, and I'll talk to you soon.
I will. Love you. Everybody have a good weekend. Go Bucks.
All right. Sounds good, Mom. Love you too.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. There you go.
I didn't expect you would take Dallas.
Yeah, I think Dallas will win. We're just not any good.
Are they?
No, but they're better than we are.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they are. I think they're better than us.
It's a fair take.
Yeah, I think they're better than us. I know we won 19-3 September this year. I know. I watched the game. We all did.
With no Donovan Smith.
Well, that game was dreadful. at that time, I thought, man, Dallas is in deep trouble. To give them credit, they went on to have a very good season, but I just don't think we can block them. That's our problem. We can't block. Blocking is very important, Tom.
Thankfully,
when you have a 1,000-year-old quarterback who can't move, you need a little time.
Thankfully, that 1,000-year-old quarterback likes to get the ball out within 1.5 seconds.
It's unwatchable. It's unwatchable. We are the check down Charlies of the NFL, and I can't stand it. Every play is a throw in the flats, and it just makes me sick. Now, we had the big throws to Evans in the one game, and it was a revelation.
It was like 2020 all over again.
It was unreal. I forgot what a down the field pass looked like.
Well, one that would be complete.
Well, yeah.
Anytime the camera panned this season, it was either picked or woefully
underthrown, overthrown.
Yeah, incomplete by a wide margin.
Yeah, I just
by the end of the game, the camera's panning, and you're thinking, "Oh, we're going to complete this play." It's like Scotty Miller back at Lambeau all over again.
I want the Bucs to win. I will celebrate that win, my mother's victory, to inch ever closer. It would be great. I'm not saying it's crazy to think that the Bucs could win. It feels like a bit of a toss-up. And the last time I picked against the Bucs, it worked out in my favor. That the Bucs won, and I lost the game in the pool, but the Bucs won. So I'll keep picking against them so long as they're going to keep winning. It has zero effect whatsoever on the game, but I'm going to continue to do it and say it and hope that whatever kind of mysticism I'm summoning here works out.
If it goes chalk, that would put the Bucs with San Francisco.
We did get our ass kicked by them, and there's no chance to block that team.
If you get Jensen back.
Oh, stop it. You are in some sort of la-la land.
I'm not in
You
la-la
have
land.
watched the Bucs this year.
I have watched the Bucs this year. If Jensen comes back, the offensive line is such that you don't have to run for 1 yard at a clip. You can run for 3 or 4 every once in a while.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's at least a fairer fight.
Yeah. If you can block even a little bit, the Bucs could be good. Yes, I agree, because their defense is solid.
I'm not talking about pass pro. That's always going to be shaky on the left. But I'm saying if you get your interior back in order, play action might be available to you. And that changes the game. And then it becomes a race to 21. And hey, race to 21, anybody can get to 21.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Can you convince them more than you're trying to convince me?
I need to convince Ryan Jensen's doctor.
Let's go, Ryan. Let's go.
We need James Woods from Any Given Sunday.
It's the Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
Your local news now.
Students returned to class under increased security at Gabi High School yesterday, one day after the school went into a lockdown. Officers on campus were in the double digits, and Gabi Principal Desmond Cole said parents could expect the same today. The heightened measures come after rampant rumors of a shootout on social media and several days of fights at the school, including one incident that sent a student to the hospital. Deputies were alerted of a circulating social media post claiming there was going to be a shootout at the school. After LCSO made contact with the original poster, they learned that the comments were third and fourth hand, and the post was made before credibility could be determined. Officers are continuing to investigate and comb through videos of the fights that have broken out, and some students will face heavy consequences. The sheriff's office is encouraging anyone who has videos from the fights this week at Gabi or any social media videos to share them with the agency. This is Rachel Ane with your Real Talk 93.3 local news update, brought to you by Macklemore Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at MacklemoreSystems.com.
This is meteorologist Paul Trombley with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. Cloudy skies this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 54. Winds out of the northwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. Lows level off around 34. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Mainly sunny skies and calm tomorrow. High of 52. Turning warmer Sunday and Monday with highs from the upper 50s to the mid 60s. This report is brought to you by the Lawn Johns. For all your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit thelawnjohns.com. Right now, 49.
Lawson & Lawson Electrical Services has been Tallahassee's preferred residential electrician for over 30 years. Hi, this is Rowdy Lawson, and we've earned our reputation because we care about our customers, about quality, and about providing great service. We stand by every job we do and consider it a privilege to work on a family project like a new house, a custom addition, or a green renovation. For all your residential or service projects, call the good guys, Lawson & Lawson Electrical Services, 562-4111.
Hey, what's happening, Jeff?
It is always good to see you, Eddie. Had a long day, my man. I was thinking about it. Gordo's was the place to ease the pain. You know, you're frustrated with your job, your aggravated life's beating you down. Maybe your wife's speaking. You got to get out the door.
You know what? Here at Gordo's, man, we welcome everybody. Disgruntled wives, disgruntled husbands, kids running away from home. We'll even give that kid a job. Send them our way.
Go make some money and eat delicious food at Gordo's. It's perfect.
And have a damn good time doing it.
Gordo's, bringing the flavor and flair of Cuban food to Tallahassee since 1996.
Hey, Greg Tish here along with
Matty Rowe.
And you can listen to us Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Real Talk 93.3. Matt, we give away a couple things each week.
Just a few.
We've got the Florida Farm Bureau Insurance Wheel of Food. We have Give Me a Second, where we play a second of a song and you guess that song. And we also play FLA or Nay. We have a lot of fun Monday through Friday, 6 a.m., 9 a.m. on
The Greg Tish Show.
Think it's enough?
We can talk about our feelings.
There's a lot.
The Greg Tish Show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m., only on Real Talk 93.3. The Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. 2 Tallahassee locations, Midtown on Thomasville Road and Northside in the Village Common Shopping Center. Online at orangetheoryfitness.com.
Women's basketball, but I have tuned in a couple of times to this year's Florida State women's basketball.
Watching Tanaya kick ass again.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. Anyhow, one thing stands out to me. They're 16-3, 5-1 in the ACC. They're not ranked, and they're steady beating people's asses that are. Who's doing the ranking in women's basketball? Somebody not watching? Like, I could do that. What are we doing here? I'll randomly not rank people. Come on, guys. Let's have.
No, they'll go from not ranked to in the teens.
They got to be in the top 10.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, got to be. They're a top 10 team, Tom.
Given the precedent.
Haven't you watched the other games and all these other women playing basketball? No, you haven't? No, me neither.
But I know that Tanaya has, I think, now 7 30-point games in her freshman season.
She's phenomenal.
7.
31. She was 13 of 16.
Yeah.
13 of 16. That is good Lord.
First year at this level.
It's crazy. She is a bona fide superstar, and they boat raced NC State. That game was never competitive. And that team was ranked, 11th? NC State? What are we doing?
They're going to rename the ACC Rookie of the Week on her. Just the Latson Award.
She is a badass. They're in second place in the ACC. They're behind only Duke, who is ranked and is undefeated in conference. Florida State has one conference loss, boat raced North Carolina up there and just pounded NC State again. And now you are, what are we doing? Top 10, guys. Top 10. Let's go. Let's get on it. Unranked the top 10. The men, however, are 5-12. And it's not, by the way, also we have one win against a team that's over 500. And that team is a 9-8 Notre Dame team. That, as they say, or as I say, is a toughie. That's a toughie. We're not good.
We're just trying to get ourselves elevated from cheeks status to something else.
Oh, we are all about some cheeks. It's just cheeks everywhere.
It's all right. Got more pieces now. Now you just got to figure out how Baba integrates into the rotation and what you want to do. And then once you figure that out, you could probably score an upset or two that makes us proud.
Here's our hope for the Virginia game, by the way. They've come back down to earth, has Virginia. They started out 8-0. They are now 4-3 over their last 7. So they have not been playing well.
As evidenced by perhaps foretold by
our game against Virginia.
Head-to-head,
yeah.
That it wasn't an absolute
Yeah, we were right there.
tattooing.
Yeah. They do, however, hit a lot of threes. We love to give up the three-point shot. We're fans of giving up the three, baby. And Virginia loves to take the three.
What's interesting, if you take a three and you turn it on its side, kind of looks like
cheeks,
doesn't it?
Nothing but cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're it's a toughie. could win. College basketball, men's college basketball, not good. I'll flip around again.
You try it again?
Try it again. I can't. Damn it, man. I actually ended up watching our women. Because
they're going to drop 90 on you.
Well, they're going to score 90.
It's entertaining.
They got a bona fide superstar. They're really good. I'm all in. Let's go. It's just so disappointing that when football is down to precious few in the way of games, I don't have basketball to fall into. And I have for many, many years. It's just awful this year. And I'm not just talking about the state of our game, our team this year. I'm talking about the game is a mess. Luckily, golf season has started. And also, by the way, you do realize, and at some point on a very slow day, or maybe just a separate conversation we'll have to have, but your billionaire owner has opened the door for fans all over the country who like Major League Baseball to openly question their owners because of the loophole that he's discovered and the amount of money he's willing to spend in order to achieve it, to go through it. It puts pressure on owners like Robert Nutting of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
You're welcome.
And for that, I will thank your obnoxious owner. I will be one of many happy people if this holds Robert Nutting accountable, because the level of hate that I have for this man is irrational. I shouldn't feel this way about a stranger, but I do. I hate him. I think terrible things about him. If you told me something awful happened to him, I'd be like, oh, good. And I know that's irrational.
I find it wonderful that your brain went to baseball because mine did too, in a different sense. After today is over, there are only 4 more Fridays without FSU baseball.
Isn't that beautiful?
So close we are.
Pitchers and catchers, baby, soon. You know, it happens.
They report early for those that are going to be involved in the World Baseball Classic. They get to report early.
You know how excited I am for that. It's like, well, Preston knows. Preston, where's my head at? The World Baseball Classic, and what else do I love that nobody else cares about?
Yeah, this past year.
Yeah.
You celebrated a victory over an international team in the President's Cup.
There it is. We dominated the President's Cup yet again. Watched it start to finish. Ticked down the clock and the days until the President Cup got underway.
Just wonder what the Ryder Cup is going to look like this year and how much has Liv influenced the field for the Ryder Cup. That's an important discussion to come. They're out in just outside of Rome this year for the Ryder Cup.
Oh, that's right. That would be a fun one to go to.
We have 2 friends that are going.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Now that I am envious of. That's a good one. But pitchers and catchers, soon enough. FSU baseball is going to be good. And they're going to know how to run the bases. They're going to pick up the baseball. This is amazing. Do you know how long we've watched our beloved Noles run the bases like uneducated children? We have not been able to pick up a baseball like uncoordinated children. We have not been able to do anything that a program of this stature should be able to do on the regular without thinking. We get guys picked off at first when second base is occupied.
That's true.
That happened.
Yeah.
We got a dude picked off at first while second base was occupied. No double steal, nothing. Between pitches, dumbass got picked at first with a man standing on second. It was unwatchable. You remember how much you loved watching Florida State baseball?
I do, yeah.
Yes, me too.
I was there in Auburn. I saw the end.
Man.
I watched the end of it.
It was 56-2. What was the final score of that game?
I stayed there against that for that particular game, not their last one. But I stayed to the bitter end, the final pitch. And there were parents around me. And my God, sir, by the 4th inning, it turned hostile. Not overly loud, but the more dangerous type of hostile, which is the quiet conversations. When things get quiet, that's when it's serious. Oh, man.
Well, I knew, listen, we can say it. It happened. I knew Meat was in trouble when I was getting texts and things that I normally wouldn't get texts about from people that are in a position to perhaps have influence. And I thought, we're midway through the season, and I'm getting these texts. This is not good. This is not good. And it certainly turned out not to be, which fine. I mean, they had to do what they had to do, and that's fine.
The comforting thing to me is as they're going to improve, and we all project improvement here for this baseball program, is that at least you have a Tallahassee Southern accent guiding the way. You still have that connection that has been consistent. So Link can utter just like 11 before him and meet in between,
right.
And he will nail the Tallahassee Southern drawl.
Well, Link is a very serious man. He thinks about baseball all the time. I like knowing. I kind of want all my coaches to be irrationally focused on the sport that we're paying them to coach. I want them to not be a fully realized human being. I want our coaches to be the kind of guys that would be diagnosed as having a problem.
Well, our last national champion football coach was, I think, right up your alley then, wasn't he?
No. He had other issues.
In the beginning, he was.
The
beginning, he was right up your alley.
Well,
I'll do it myself.
Yes. He
You
cared.
go bring him in, I'll do it.
Yes, he did that. That's fine. But I want you to be diagnosed as having a problem, not being bipolar, but rather you spend too much time at your job, at your work. That is the kind of diagnosis I want, not you're crazy. We've got to get you on medication. No, I don't want that. And I'm sure when doctors realize that a player is a patient is in fact suffering from bipolar disorder, they don't say you're crazy. That would probably be cruel.
That would not work.
That wouldn't work. You know what? You're crazy, Bob. You're a wackadoo.
No, yeah.
But we've got medication for that.
The only way that works is if it's more like a Will Ferrell, you're crazy. You're crazy.
I watched
You're crazy, man.
I watched a really kick-ass documentary on basically the crux of it was about what it's like to hear voices that you believe you're hearing 24 hours a day, like how untenable that would be if you were schizophrenic or one of many diagnoses in which that is a problem, right? And they actually did a very good job. They were trying to educate teachers who would need to see the signs that a student was suffering from depression or any number of other maladies. And one of the ways that they did it was they had the teacher try to teach the class while people were constantly whispering in their ear the kinds of things that people,
man.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
How does Russell Wilson do it? With God whispering in his ear at all times. How does that not kill him, hearing the voice of God? I thought that's supposed to kill you. It's amazing.
That is really well done, Mario. So let's hope that just by, and I did see this question, and I will talk to, we'll set it up ahead of the start of the baseball season. I think we have a very good chance to have a routine, regular, scheduled conversation with Link Jared. I think that's probably something
you got to do your tour. Time is running out for that too.
I need to text him. Link, if you're listening, reach out to me, buddy. I want to come over there and get the tour through your eyes. I know you were at Notre Dame and before that 17 other places. So you haven't had an opportunity to hear my rants about that dump that you guys play in. But believe me, I know it's antiquated. I know that once charming palace of a place to watch baseball is now dilapidated and sad. I agree. So we are like-minded. We are fighting the same fight. You can be open and honest with me. I'll come over there. We'll do the tour, and you can say, look at this. Cracks in the foundation.
That's right.
Look at this. It's
Jeff
dangerous.
wants to see exposed insulation.
I want it all.
Wire.
That's right. I want it all. I'll take pictures. I'll fight that fight for you publicly. This is a very well listened to program. Wildly popular. I got you.
You'll live stream it. Can you believe this?
Look at this muck and this filth, guys. I'll do the finger on the water fountain. The whole thingy. Water fountains. I was ahead of the game. Many moons ago, elementary school. I came home one day and I said, I don't think this is sanitary to have all these water fountains around. Never made sense to me. You ever watch kids drink at a water fountain? Slobbering asses all over the spout? No chance I was ever going to drink it from a water fountain. And I'm not crazy.
Looks like the things that middle schoolers do to get them kicked out of the dance. That's what it looks like.
It's weird. Who grows up thinking you're supposed to put your lips on the fountain?
Nope.
The water. It happens. Watch little kids drink from a water fountain. You're like, oh my God. What are we doing?
I think it's a mouth guard.
What is happening here? Yeah. So then it worked out that, we ended up having the pandemic. They had to shut down all the water fountains. Good. They should have been shut down long ago.
Buffets did survive,
long ago.
You
I didn't
notice
think they would. Yeah, they've got bigger plastic now.
Yeah.
Sickest I ever got was because I like a good buffet, and I went to one, and all that food is exposed, and people just
wait a minute.
Grimy hands.
You've got a buffet story?
I've got a buffet story.
It's time for Tub Talk, brought to you by Pinch-A-Penny Pools and Spas. Buy yourself the hot tub you've always wanted at the price you've always wanted from Pinch-A-Penny on Greer Street. Now, it's live to the tub.
One time I went to a buffet, and it was a respectable buffet. Most buffets are not. Most buffets that you attend, you do so only to people watch and judge. This buffet was a respectable buffet. This was a good buffet.
Why, they valet parking?
This is the kind of buffet where you're like, I trust this buffet. Whereas some buffets, we know which ones we're talking about, you don't trust at all. You walk in, you look around, you're like, isn't this something?
There's a
My
difference
God.
between a carving station / buffet and the corral that shall not be named.
Yeah. That place, if you're down in the dumps and you just want to have fun at others' expense, go in there. Just look around. It is something to behold. Just a little slice of society. It's fascinating. Anyhow, having said that, this buffet was not that buffet. And I was very excited to go to this buffet. And I thought, this is trustworthy. Look at this. It looks very clean. They're doing a good job. The plastic's everywhere. We're good. And I went home, ate my meal, took the buffet to go, Tom, and was sick for 2 days. Puked my guts out. It's taken a lot for me to ever venture down the road of having a buffet again.
What did you grab from the buffet line? Do you remember?
Oh, a variety of items. Certainly.
Meats and cheeses?
And such. Yeah. Potatoes. I remember I had potatoes.
Ooh.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, risky.
Why are the potatoes more risky than, say, the green beans? I did not have green beans, but why would they? Why are you zeroing
I'm
in
more
on the potatoes?
partial to that because the food service place I worked in college had featured elements of potatoes.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a no for me moving forward.
I enjoyed this buffet because on this particular day there was shrimp involved, and I love shrimp. Love them. I could eat shrimp every day.
What's the best kind?
Oh, I like them all. I like
grilled over fried.
Yeah, I like grilled over fried any day. Yes. Sauteed. Those are all real good. Yeah, just touch the heat on them a little bit. Don't need it much.
Bang bang, boom boom.
I like bang bang, but those usually have that coating. Fried usually, so no. Yeah, grilled is fine. I put them in a pan. Get a little garlic as well. Gotta add the garlic.
Our friends
I saute the hell out of them.
At the CP Corner Pocket have excellent bacon wrap shrimp. Really, really good.
Very good. Noel, Dad, shrimp from a buffet is highly questionable, Cameron. Come on. Yeah, I can't, by the way, resist with if you want to poison me, if your goal is to make it look like it's something that would have naturally occurred, poison my shrimp because I can't resist them. Like if I'm somewhere and they've got shrimp, I'm like, oh, look at that, the shrimp. It's the and I make an announcement just like that. I get excited about the shrimp. Yeah, no matter what. Oh, they've got shrimp.
Crispy Kreme.
All right, look at this place. Has got shrimp, everybody. Guess I know what I'm having. I purposely I'm that annoying. Christy's like, you're going to get the shrimp. I know you're going to get the shrimp. I'm like, yes. Can't wait. They got shrimp. So no matter where we go, I'm like, they've got shrimp. His son, yes, Dad, I saw they have shrimp. I do it every time.
It's better than our airport, right, Dad?
So anyhow, got sick, and I haven't been able to enjoy a buffet. Just a sad tub talk story.
But if you went to an executive suite,
I would partake.
I mean, that's a group area kind of food situation.
Yeah, the executive suite kind of you feel, in addition to the vista, you feel like they're doing a good job with the shrimp here. I feel like they're not, because they want people to continue to pay for the.
You're rolling fewer dice.
Yeah. Fewer people. Most of the people in the suite are people you know. You're not like hanging out with strangers in the suite. Nobody wants to do that.
That's always awkward when
That
you're
just
invited
sucks.
into the
You're
executive
like,
suite.
well, here I am with these people. I'm in a suite, so I can avoid the people. I don't need to be in here with these people.
And here's Richard over here.
This guy
talking about his portfolio.
Yeah. That's it. So that's when
there's always the guy trying to make the hard sell in the suite. You never make the hard sell in the suite. That's the soft sell.
You can't. It's a soft sell. It sold itself by your mere presence. You invited them to the suite on behalf of the company you work for. That it's already implied. You're selling them the second they say yes to the suite invite. It's already been sold. Let's go. They got to give you the courtesy meeting after that. Later the next week. Don't talk about it there. Enjoy the game. Have a beer. Good work out of you. Good work, Director Matthew. Have a great weekend, everybody. Also, enjoy your Martin Luther King Day holiday. I know I will be as well. So we will talk to you on Tuesday. Peace.